bag down now! Put it down! Put it down! No.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Shit.
hey, it's fake! It's
Shots
fake.
fired! Shots fired!
It's fake! It's fake! It's fake! It's fake!
Turn around and face the other way. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, alright?
In the line of duty, no threat is just a prank. Here's when cops faced so-called pranks that turned serious fast. On May 14th, 2021, 46-year-old Jayesh Thanki dialed 999 and told the call handler that he had a bomb in his bag and even spelled it out for her. Thanki said he was at the Weston Favell police station in Northampton, UK, and that he was going to blow it up. This wasn't the first time he'd called the police. He had warned them before, claiming he'd detonate an explosive device. The station was evacuated immediately, and a large police presence was dispatched. Firearms officers, 8 of them armed with rifles, along with 9 more officers carrying tasers, rushed to the scene. Outside, they found Thanki standing with a rucksack strapped to his chest, and he appeared to be holding a detonator. He told officers it contained a bomb.
Armed police, drop that bag now. Drop the bag, do it now. Buddy, drop the bag. Drop the bag, mate, and we can talk to you. What's in the bag? A bomb.
After some negotiation, officers used a clever tactic. They offered Thanki a cigarette, which convinced him to remove his hand from the bag.
And you can put the bag down, come and get the cigarette, and you can go back to the corner. All right?
All right, I've got the cigarette.
You got the cigarette?
I've got the cigarette.
Right, we'll put it on this corner here,
Oh, that's all right.
and then we'll move back. All right, we'll put it here for you.
There's a cigarette in there, mate, yeah? Have you got a lighter or not? There's a lighter in there, okay?
Right, then
All right.
we'll move back. You can have that, but put the bag down before you come and get it, all right?
As soon as his hand is out, he's detained.
Okay, hands out the bag. Let's detain him. Let's detain him now. Let's detain him. Let's go. Put the bag down now. Put the bag down now. Put the bag down now. Put it down. Put it down. Get the bag off him. Get the bag off him. Right. Get him on the floor.
Lay on your front, Jay.
When they searched the bag, they found nothing but clothes. No bomb, no explosives, just clothes. It was later revealed that Thanki had a history of mental health issues and drug abuse. In court, he admitted he'd made the hoax call just to get the police's attention after the argument with his mother. He pled guilty and, as a result, was sentenced to 3 years in prison. He received a 25% credit for his plea, meaning half of his sentence will be served in custody and the rest on license in the community. In Akron, Ohio, on the evening of April 1st, police responded to a call from a woman in the Goodyear Heights neighborhood. She claimed a teenager was pointing a gun at homes near Tonawanda Avenue and Newton Street.
Akron Police and Fire, Harrison.
Hi, I was calling because I'm walking my dog, and there is a guy walking down Newton Street, and he was aiming a gun at people's houses. He pulled it out and was like acting like he was going to shoot their houses as he was walking by.
And you saw the gun?
Yeah, it was a black.
Where on
I don't know any
Newton
kind.
Street?
I'm on Tonawanda, and he was crossing. I stayed back because I didn't want my dog to bark, and then when I crossed the street and I was like crossing on the Newton side, I saw him pull the gun out.
Okay, which way? Is he on Newton Street?
He was last time I saw him, yeah. I'm
Going
still on
which way?
Tonawanda. Going away from the Circle K. So like away from
Going
the Goodyear
towards,
Nature Park.
okay, going towards the reservoir?
Away from it. He was going towards Sumatra, Morning View, like that direction.
Okay, so going towards the
Circle K.
reservoir.
I don't know where the reservoir is. I don't know where that is, but
Okay. White or black male?
black male, shorter dreads. He has a black hoodie on, and it has like Adidas or something written on the back. And the gun was like a little bit bigger than a pistol. It had like, I don't know guns. It had a long end, but he was aiming it at people's houses and like turning it sideways and acting like he was shooting him. No. But I was just walking my dog, but I wasn't going to do anything, obviously, till he pulled that gun out.
Was he with anybody?
No, he was alone.
15-year-old Tavion Kuntz-Williams was the person in question. At 7:04 p.m., the call came in. By 7:11, an officer had spotted a person matching the description walking on Britain Road near Ottawa Avenue.
Hey, where are you coming from? Can I see your hands real quick? Oh, shit!
Hey,
Shit.
hey, it's fake! It's
Shots
fake.
fired! Shots fired!
It's fake! It's fake! It's fake! It's fake! It's fake!
Shots fired!
It's
Drop to the
fake.
ground! Drop to the ground!
It's fake.
Drop to the ground!
It's fake!
Drop to the
It's
ground!
fake.
Drop to the ground!
It's fake! It's fake! I promise.
Hands behind your back!
What?
Hands behind your back!
It's fake!
All right, man. I'm here to help.
The officer exited his patrol car, immediately shouting for the kid to show his hands. That's when the officer fired a shot. The teenager, 15-year-old Tavion Kuntz-Williams, hit the ground. He told the cops the gun was fake.
Fuck! Fuck! Bro, I'm coming from my house, bro.
All right, let's get him medical treatment. Fuck, man.
Fuck! Listen, I wanted to be safe. I just called.
Get the cuffs up.
Do I still got my pinky?
Yeah, can you start at 3
Shit! Please, please. It's fake. It's fake. It's a fake gun. I promise.
Get the gun's right there. Just get,
I was scared,
where you,
bro.
Hey, tourniquet. Tourniquet now. Tourniquet. You hit. Where you hit?
Oh, my hand. You can't see it? My hand.
Get a tourniquet on his.
The officer handcuffs the 15-year-old, and blood from the shooting wound can be seen on body camera. As more officers arrived on the scene, they immediately removed the handcuffs and began providing medical assistance. One officer applied a tourniquet to help control the bleeding from Tavion's wound.
I'm just coming from home. I came from my cousin's funeral and everything. Oh my God. Oh my God.
While receiving care, Tavion told officers he was on his way home from his cousin's funeral. The teen was taken to an area hospital for treatment of his non-life-threatening injury.
Akron Police Department needs to be held accountable for the excessive force that you use on our black babies.
On April 1st, Tavion was being a kid.
But he was aiming it at people's houses and like turning it sideways and acting like he was shooting him.
Tavion's family has hired attorney Imokai Okolo, who claimed the teen was unarmed and following the officer's orders when he was shot. They then sought charges against the officer, Ryan Westlake. Westlake, 33, had a troubled history with the Akron Police Department. He was fired in 2021 for multiple policy violations, including an incident involving alcohol and a gun. Despite this, he was reinstated after appealing the termination, receiving a suspension instead. The family believed the shooting was unjustified, while the Akron Police Union at first stood by the officer, stating that Westlake's actions were in line with protocol. On May 6th, Officer Ryan Westlake was terminated following the results of 2 separate use of force investigations.
Let's go, let's go.
At 11:30 a.m. on September the 23rd, 2022, Akron police received a call about an armed suspect at Garfield Community Learning Center. The caller claimed the man was a teacher with 2 AK-47s, wearing a red shirt, body armor, and blue pants. The caller said the suspect entered a classroom and opened fire on students. Dozens of officers and paramedics rushed to the school.
Hit the door! Hit the door!
Everything looks normal.
We have an active shooter call here. Is there
What?
Yeah. Is there anything that's going on? No?
That's what I'm aware of.
You guys can keep all the kids in here for me. Gentlemen! In there for me!
Upon arrival, officers quickly learned something was off. School staff were confused. A Summit County Sheriff's deputy confirmed there was no actual threat. The building was searched. Officers moved fast. Every classroom, every hallway, no shooter, no weapons. Akron police quickly confirmed the call was false, and the school was placed on lockdown until the threat was cleared. Thankfully, there were no injuries, just another dangerous prank called swatting. Swatting is when someone falsely reports an emergency to waste police resources, and it's becoming more common. The FBI says making a false report like this could send someone to federal prison for up to 5 years. Authorities are working to track down the caller. On the morning of January 1st, 22 to 23 residents in Choctaw started calling 911 to report a suspicious individual making car stops and questioning people. When deputies from the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Department caught up with the suspect, they found Jackson Jones wearing a tactical vest, a black cap, and equipment that might lead anyone unfamiliar with the signs to believe he was an official cop. But the officers quickly started picking up on the red flags. His excuses didn't hold up, and he couldn't back up his claims with any solid facts.
Do you have any weapons in the car or anything like that? Like a gun or anything like that?
I don't even have a gun. Okay. I'm 19 years old. I ain't gonna if this is gonna cause problems and the truck's over there, I'm just gonna take out the vest. And I'm from Tennessee, so.
Okay. Why are you wearing the vest?
Well, like I said, I drove from all the way from Tennessee, but I'm not gonna have people call me when I don't even live in this damn state.
Okay.
It's gonna piss me off.
You're a deputy sheriff?
Well, I mean, I work at the sheriff's office.
Okay.
So, I mean, what?
Were you a corrections officer for the
Yes.
sheriff's office? Okay. Why do you wear a vest outside of the facility? Is this an agency vehicle, or is this your personal vehicle?
This is my Kia.
Okay. It's just a little odd, because whenever I worked in the jail, I took my crap off, especially if I was taking a long drive from Tennessee.
That's what I say, man. If I
Look,
work
I will tell you guys the same thing. I have been pulled over so many times in Tennessee and Arkansas.
Right.
Okay? They know. I have told them every single
That
cop.
might be true, but
And
it's just a little
pulled me
odd.
over before too, wearing this stuff. I mean, like every time I come up here, I mean, like they don't. All they say is it's just odd. I never see it. I was like, well, I mean, like, well, guess what? Yeah, I like wearing it. Just like in Tennessee, I got pulled over for it, and guess what?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's against the law or anything. It's just.
And I've even
odd.
had it taken off, and I've had it set right here before, and they're like, and I get yelled at for it. They're like, well, it's kind of weird that you got your belt and your vest.
You got any kind of employment identification?
Dude, they don't give me that when you work at the jail.
Really? You don't have like an access card or an ID badge or anything for the facility that you work at?
I don't. I can show you my face though.
As one of the deputies began questioning him, he asked Jackson directly if he was commissioned to carry a firearm or make arrests outside his role working in the jail. Jackson hesitated, clearly trying to piece together an answer, but his story was falling apart fast. He couldn't provide any real proof.
Here you go.
Yeah. Are you commissioned to carry a gun?
No, I'm not even.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
I don't even have a gun on me.
Well, you realize wearing the sheriff on your chest is basically impersonating law enforcement,
Is that
whether or not you're carrying a gun.
Jackson?
Okay, but are you commissioned to be carrying a gun, and do you have arrest powers?
I don't. What do you mean? I don't even have a gun. I'm just,
That's beside the fact. You're wearing a patch that says sheriff.
okay.
That's impersonating law enforcement.
I wore it all the time at the jail before, though.
Okay, well that might be true and fine within the jail, but when you come out to public, you don't have any arrest powers. You're not commissioned. Do you understand?
I understand that. I don't understand.
To make matters worse, the deputy noticed an open container of alcohol in Jones's car. Any law enforcement officer knows that carrying an open container is illegal, especially if you're pretending to be one yourself.
And you got alcohol in the vehicle.
Well, it's not mine.
Well, that's beside the point.
It's my girlfriend. And I don't drink, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. You realize transporting open container, if any of that's opened or partially missing, that it doesn't matter whose it is. If you're in the vehicle with it, you can be arrested for transporting open container.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not. It's not mine, man. She bought it. She lives up there in Luther.
Have you ever heard the phrase of when guys get hemmed up for drugs in their pockets and they say these pants aren't mine? You realize how stupid that is?
Jackson kept making excuses, but the deputy wasn't buying it. He was certain now that he wasn't a sheriff and had no business acting like one. So he ordered him to step out of the vehicle so that it could be searched.
For us to know you that you're wearing your stuff outside of work.
I know that.
Especially if
I'm
you're trying to get into
I'm
law
trying to move up here with my mom so I can be a cop up here because she lives up here, and I'm trying to be a cop, but.
And you're 19?
Yeah, I'm 19, but they won't let me be. They don't. I've already put applications in, but I still got residents down there in Tennessee, obviously.
Right.
You know, I got address on there.
I was just asking if you had a gun on you. You
No,
said
I really
something about
don't.
I can search the car.
I don't.
You don't mind if I search the car?
I don't care.
Okay, cool. step on out if you don't mind.
During his search, the officer told Jones to remove his vest and set it aside in the car.
You wouldn't. That's fine. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and take the vest off and just set it in the car.
Who are you? Like,
It didn't take long for the deputy to find something interesting. On one of the seats, he discovered 5 bottles of Mike's Hard Lemonade. 2 full bottles, 1 half-drunk, and 2 empties. Certainly not the type of gear you'd expect to find on an officer's shift.
Alright, if you'll just go sit on the curb up there.
The officer ran Jackson's ID through the system, but there were no warrants or any serious criminal activity on record. Still, something about the sheriff's vest raised serious concerns.
Kinds of red flags, man. I would not drive from Tennessee with a vest carrier on.
No.
Or even a duty belt on.
As soon as I get off, I take that shit off. Yeah. I'm tired of being in it.
I hate driving from Topgolf to my house with this shit on.
The better.
And his vest doesn't even feel like it has any kind of Kevlar or anything in it. So pretty much he had to have attempted to act like law enforcement, like trying to make a traffic stop. But
as far as just saying something to somebody,
wearing what he's saying or wearing what he's wearing is, I guess, not.
It's not. It's kind of protected type thing.
Yeah. He hadn't really crossed the law yet.
The deputies decided it was time to contact Jones's supervisor to get to the bottom of this. Jackson was told they weren't looking to arrest him right away, but they needed to figure out what was going on before making any decisions. While they did that, the officers kept probing as to where he had gotten this vest. And boy, did the guy have excuses.
I'm going to try. I mean, we're trying to work with you here.
I know.
We are trying to work with you here.
I don't understand that.
But we need.
I'm trying to keep my law enforcement records.
We're not looking to take you to jail, but
we're not looking to do
we
that.
want to talk to a supervisor.
I don't care if you take the whole shit from me, like the vest and shit. I don't care if you take it. I mean, that'll keep me out of trouble.
Well, we want to talk to a supervisor.
I mean, it's on my phone.
In your phone? All right, I'll go grab it.
I've been working like 2 weeks.
You haven't been to work in 2 weeks?
I think I quit.
So you haven't been to work in 2 weeks, but you're wearing the uniform pants, duty style looking shoes, and a vest carrier?
Well, I mean, like, I'm trying to go back to work, though.
It's just weird to me that you weren't even recently on duty and you're wearing the vest carrier.
I mean, like I said, I don't.
Where'd you get the vest carrier from? Did you order it online?
No.
From a friend, or
I didn't get it out.
Bought it at a store?
It's a police store over there in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
You can only be law enforcement to get it. I bought it like 4 months ago.
When deputies were checking on his background, they made a call to his cousin, who was the jail administrator for Campbell County. Jones's cousin ended up telling the deputies that Jackson no longer worked at the jail, and in fact, he wasn't even eligible for rehire after this incident.
Transferred to me. All right. So it went to a voicemail. So that's like not an official work number. It's his phone. Yeah, his phone's locked. Lynn Jones.
It says right there. Oh, right there. It's okay. I'll put you down as a reference for the jail. So I don't know if Jacob actually works for jail, but it doesn't sound like he actually does. Unless he got hired on within like the last 2 weeks.
One of the officers spoke to witnesses who had seen Jackson acting suspiciously earlier. He reported that Jones had been in a neighbor's driveway, acting strange before following his car.
Second. All right, tell me exactly what you just said.
Because he was dressed like a cop.
Yeah.
He had a sheriff thing, but it had sheriff written on the side right here.
Right.
And I live on 62 off of Adam Road. He was sitting in a driveway.
251.
right beside 62 Highway. And I pulled up and I was staring at him because he was in there kind of cockeyed. And I was like, we live on a one way in, one way out. And, you know, we always are watching for cars. And I sat there and I was staring at him. And I stared for about 10 minutes of staring at him. And I'm like, who the heck is this guy? It's kind of odd. He's in our neighbor's driveway. And I sat there and stared at him and stared at him. And I drove off. He got right behind me and started following me. And he's driving along. He was right on me. And I was like, I'm gonna pull this on and get popped. He gets out and I said, can I help you, sir? He's like, well, I was wondering what was your problem? You were staring at me over in the driveway. And I said, yeah, I was kind of curious who you was because that's kind of odd that I didn't know who you was. I was kind of curious. I lived down this road. I was kind of see what was going on. And I was staring at you to see who you was. He goes, I'm a undercover cop for Wellston. And I run, my partner, I run with the highway patrolman out of Wellston. Okay. And he was, I'm 22 years old, just turned 22. I was like, man, you're pretty young to be a cop, be an investigator. Right.
The witness had felt pretty uneasy with the guy, so he ended up asking him some question to see what he was really up to.
And I said, what brings you to be a cop? Is it like, is it in the family or whatever? And trying to just talk to him. And he goes, yeah, a lot of my family is cops and stuff, and I became a cop when I was 18. And then he goes, well, I got a call, I gotta let you go.
But it wasn't until he left, claiming to take a phone call, that the situation escalated. After Jones drove off, he started following another car, clearly continuing his strange pursuit.
Really? And I didn't know if they pulled over or not, but he was past his lights, like he was trying to pull them over. I was like, that's kind of strange.
That's when the officers knew for sure Jackson Jones was impersonating a cop. Also, the officers now had enough evidence to charge him with impersonating a police officer.
Your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, all right? And then you also have a charge for transporting an open container.
Whoa, did my girlfriend come pick up my phone? Did you talk to
your cousin?
Jacob?
Yep.
Did he? Okay, so he knows that.
He doesn't know you're going to jail because we didn't confirm what we know now until we talked to the RP.
What's RP?
Huh?
What's RP?
Reporting party. Okay, well that's because you're not law enforcement. So. All right. But Jacob wanted me to let you know that if you try to come back there and get a job, you won't be hired. Okay?
The deputy then asked the neighbor to give a full statement. They needed everything laid out, starting from the moment he saw Jones to when he made contact with the officers.
I just got home because we're coming back to AutoZone to get some parts for our car, and then I told my wife, I was like, man, it's kind of strange. My car was sitting in a driveway, and
I wish you would have called it in way earlier, but I'm glad we got him though.
And then I was thinking, I was sitting there thinking,
yeah.
And the weird thing, he didn't flash his lights at me, nothing. He just got right on my bumper, man, and it just spalled me into town. And I was like, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna pull in Sonic to see, man, if he's gonna pull in with me. And right when he pulled in, he caught his car right in behind mine where I blocked
blocking you in.
Yeah, and I was like, that's kind of odd.
Right. Okay.
Meanwhile, Jones's car was about to be impounded, but the officer made it clear that Jones's personal belongings would be kept safe and secured despite the serious charges he was facing.
You want your phone to go with you? And your ID? I can bring the cash with you. It'll be booked in, but they'll have it like on your books.
Then, it was time to search his vehicles as the officers had their suspicions about Jackson owning a gun.
No, we're gonna impound it. Yeah.
After a thorough search, Jones was officially charged with impersonating a police officer and transporting an open container. He was taken into custody and transported to the Oklahoma County Detention Center.
You'll be at the Oklahoma County Detention Center.
Who's that? The Oklahoma, is that in bad jail?
It's our detention center, it's our jail. I mean, it's pretty good size, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people that go to prison say it's the worst place to be. Yeah. It's not a good place.
I worked in the jail, but it was a county, but it was...
As the deputies processed Jones, they took note of the gear he was wearing at the time of his arrest. His outfit included black tactical clothing, a black cap, and a plate carrier with 2 ballistic Kevlar panels. He also had a sheriff patch. On the vest, chrome handcuffs attached and 2 knives strapped to it. There was a radio lapel mic with an earpiece, but no actual radio. His duty belt had both Smith & Wesson and chrome handcuffs plus a flashlight. His bond was set at $5,000. And with that, this video also comes to an end. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And remember to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.